Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's Monday Service AI in Action webinar. My name is Omer, and I'm a training and certifications partner here at monday.com, and I'm a part of the Monday Academy team. Thank you all for joining. We're going to take 2 more minutes before we start as people are still joining. In the meantime, we'd love to know a little bit more about you guys and the industries we have here today. Please write your name, where you're from, and the industry you work in the chat box. While we're waiting, I'll also say that today's webinar will be broken down into two parts. The first half will be a demo of the Monday Service AI capabilities so you get the most out of it, but worry not, we're here during the entire webinar to answer your questions. The second half will be a live Q&A, during which we'll answer additional questions and demonstrate a few more cool options and features. You should be able to see my screen, but if you can't hear me or see the screen at any point, just let me know in the chat. Okay, it's time to get going, and great to see people from so many industries and places. So now that I know you better, just a little bit about me. I started my journey with monday.com over 5 years ago. I never thought I'd work in tech before I worked in education and was even intimidated by technology. Since joining Monday, I've improved my ability to identify pain points, and I enjoy improving processes and finding technological solutions, which I guess is something that's common to many of us here today. And we'll see how Monday Service and its AI capabilities can make things even easier and faster. That's also why we have the Monday Academy. Our mission is to empower our customers with the knowledge and skills they need to make the most out of the platform through learning programs, certifications, and of course, sessions like this one. So, with all that in mind, here's what we'll cover today. We'll start with what is Monday Service, then we'll move on to Monday Service's unique AI features, how to leverage platform AI features. We'll wrap up with a live Q&A session, and then we'll conclude. But first, a few quick housekeeping notes. If we ask a question, feel free to respond in the chat. If you have any questions at any time during the session, just pop them into the Q&A box and not into the chat. We'll try to answer as many questions as possible today, but if we don't get to yours, you can always reach out to our support team 24/7. In case you're not sure how, I'll show how to do this towards the end of the session. But before we start, let's take a moment to recap what exactly is Monday Service. Monday Service is our service management solution built right on top of Monday's flexible platform. Who is it for? Any team in your company that handles requests, inquiries, cases, incidents. It could be IT, HR, ops, finance, legal, customer support, and so much more. With Monday Service, these teams can resolve requests and issues instantly and at scale, eliminating manual work and delivering delightful service experiences to the entire company or to customers or even vendors. With AI completely revolutionizing the service management world, one of the strengths of Monday Service is the simplicity of how you can leverage AI throughout the entire service operations, from auto triaging incoming tickets to smart routing, approval workflows, guiding your reps with AI suggested next steps, and all the way to resolving requests or issues based on your best practices and past tickets with AI Service Agent. It's simple, powerful, and completely customizable. So whether you're running IT, support, HR services, or customer service, you can tailor the workflows to fit exactly how your team operates. In today's session, we'll walk through how to set up and utilize AI in your service operations in the way that fits your team and the way it works. You'll see how easy and fast it is and how you can launch it in minutes, delivering faster service and freeing your teams to focus on their most important initiatives. By the end, you'll see how Monday Service turns everyday service management into a smooth, automatic, and scalable experience. Now, to show you what this actually looks like in action, I'm thrilled to introduce Hanan Zagouri, a Monday Service Senior Go-to-Market Manager, who will walk us through how to create and run powerful workflows using Monday Service. Hanan, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Omer. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Hanan, and I'll be showing you today Monday Service and its AI capabilities. So we can just get started. What you see here is our customer portal. The customer portal is basically the main interface for end users that could be employees or customers to interact with the organization, where they can submit requests, as we can see here, for example, in the open a new IT ticket form. They can read knowledge articles, as we can see here, manage certifications, documentations, and so on and so forth. Again, this could be their one-stop shop across the whole organization. As we see here in the IT tab, we have some more tabs that can support. So if I'm the end user and I need to get any type of service, I can simply scroll between the tabs that I need to find the relevant submission for the requests that I'm expecting to submit and to get the service that I'm looking for across the board. In this portal, we will also be able to see all of our tickets as end users. So in this section, my tickets, I can expand this, and basically I can see who is handling my tickets, when they were opened, what's the status of the tickets, and I can even expand this and see all of the communication that we had, AI communication or normal communication, and communicate and collaborate directly from this section. So again, this is my one-stop shop or the main kind of interface as an end user to interact with the system. What we see here at the top right side of the screen is our Monday Service agent. This is a unique AI capability that is supported by the AI of Monday Service and the knowledge base in your organization. Quite a strong combination. As we can see here, we can basically start a conversation with the service agent. It could be completely conversational, as we can say simply hey and start a conversation, and then we can get instant replies and instant service. So we can ask different questions around different policies, different issues, different requests, and we can have a quick example. And let's say that I want to check my vacation days. Where can I see that? And now I'm starting again, quite like opening a ticket or raising a ticket. So I'm asking the questions that I need, and I get instant support. So as we can see here, the service agent has provided me with an answer and provided me with the potential areas in the business that can support my request. So first and foremost, we have the HR portal. So as we've seen, the portal provides a multiple department support across the board, and we can have a dedicated space for HR. And in addition to that, we also have the attendance and reporting section in our knowledge base as well. So we can see that if we want some more information, we can go and use this documentation in order to identify how we can get information about our vacation days. In addition to that, it identifies that this is in the HR space. So basically, we can, as needed, open a ticket to the relevant department that is managing the requests, and all in one quick prompt that is supporting us. Here at the bottom of the screen, we can see that we have the actual source that is supporting us with the knowledge base that we have in the organization. So also by one click of a button, we can be redirected to the knowledge article and to the knowledge base. And as we can see, we can have here all of the relevant information that we need around vacation days, where do we see them, how do we submit ones, and so on and so forth. This is all connected to the Monday knowledge product. So as we can see here, we can manage our different knowledge base articles in this specific product. We can gather data and information about the usage, and we can update different knowledge articles. It could be handled in, as we can see, folders here, and we can manage different departments in the organization. And of course, that for each department, we can have the relevant policies, the relevant documentation on how to use different aspects of the platform. So going back to our ticket, we basically see that we get instant service. No need to wait for agents, no need to wait for replies. We simply get it based on all of the relevant aspects of the organization and specific to your organization, like the portal information that you have, like the knowledge base that you have, and the ability to open tickets as needed to the relevant group. In addition to that, I can also continue the conversation with the AI agent in the same frame, in the same window. So let's say that I have a follow-up question and now I would like to know, let's say I'm also traveling for work to the UK. Anything I need to know? And continuing the conversation with the AI agent. And again, instead of opening up a ticket, instead of going to the relevant representative to find the relevant, let's say, SLAs, or basically go through the whole process of submission, I can simply get, again, instant service. So as we can see here, we have some aspects that we need to look for when we're traveling to the UK for work. For example, the visa and ETA requirements depending on nationality and so on and so forth, and travel guidelines that are part of our organization. Again, it's connected to the HR department. We can open an HR ticket in this case, or we can go directly to the source again. So we have a visa and ETA for the UK documentation as part of our knowledge base, and we can continue the conversation or the knowledge sharing directly through the knowledge article that is relevant. In addition to all of that, as you can see, we still keep the option to open a ticket as needed at the top right side or in a relevant department as well that is supporting the process, because we know that at times you still would like to require additional support or to have any type of support with the agent, human agent. So here we are allowing this as part of the flow as well. So again, we can see that we get instant service on the spot, which is based on knowledge-based articles that are supporting your type of work and your way of working in the organization that can be managed inside Monday. So the knowledge base that you're managing can be managed again inside Monday, over Monday documentations, over Monday docs, can basically be integrated part of the system natively, and basically again to get instant service across the board. So once we've seen how the AI agent works on the portal side, we can go and continue to the next AI capability that we have in the platform. And this is where we are going to show the service assistant. So again, the portal has been the interface on the end users where they can submit their requests and interact and see their own tickets, as we've seen here. And over here in the platform itself, on the tickets board, this is where this is the interface of the human agents, the ones that are providing the service, the ones that are working on the tickets that are being opened. As we can see here, we have a list of open tickets that we are able to work on. As an agent, I can come in here and open the ticket. And now I get the ticket view. And in the ticket view, I have an instant pop-up of an AI ticket summary. We can see that AI is summarizing for us all of the tickets in order for us to provide the quickest possible service to the employee who submitted the request. So what we're seeing here are suggested actions. These are the steps that we need to take in order to solve the issue or solve the question or solve the request that has came in. As we can see here, we need to ensure that the Wi-Fi is enabled on a device, restart the router, confirm the device within range, and so on and so forth. And in addition to that, we have the assistant. The assistant is basically providing us as agent the ability to edit in a composer the reply back to the employee that submitted the request. So as you can see that by one click of a button, I can get all of the relevant support or all of the relevant information that I need in order to support the relevant stakeholders in the process, the ones who submitted the request and the ones that I'm providing service to. So as you can see here, I have all of the next steps information. I have the troubleshooting information, links that are relevant to the relevant area. And of course that I can tweak it and change it and edit. So if I want to add another kind of text to the email, I can do that. I can add dynamic fields from the board. So I can also take different types of data points from the board directly, add them into the text here. So let's say that I can say your ticket was created at, and this will be the creation date and so on. And basically I can edit the reply that I want to manage. The reply that we get here is actually based on historical tickets that have been opened and resolved before in your organization. So once we see this, we can see the sources that are providing us with the relevant information. So the assistant is actually relying on more sets of data that will allow the agent to understand the confidence level, how AI is confident and sure that this is the way to support this ticket based on historical tickets that have been resolved in the past. And again, basically allowing us to enjoy as service agent that are supporting the ticket, allowing us to enjoy from instant service, from quick support, relying on the historical data that has been resolved and providing service to our employees in the past. And this way, again, allowing us to connect really quickly and go on and handle the critical tickets in the organization. So again, we've seen two aspects of the AI in action. We've seen the AI agent that lives here on the submitter side. We've seen the AI assistant that lives here on the agent side, human agent side, that is supporting both ends of the service operation. In addition to that, we have the third option, which is the AI blocks or AI columns. Every column that we see here on the board that has this colorful star, it means that this specific column is enhanced by AI capabilities. So in this example, we have the priority column with all of these options that we have here. And we have the request type, we have the category, subcategory, the sentiment. All of these columns, once a request is coming in, all of these columns are being added and categorized and labeled by AI and based on the relevant information that each and every department or each and every organization would like to manage. So it's super customizable and personalized, and let's see how it really works in action in that sense. So I have here the priority column that we can take as an example. What I'll need to do is I'll need to choose the relevant labels that are supporting my use case. In this example, I have here low priority, medium priority, high priority, critical priority, or potentially also some kind of a special priority. These are completely customizable and we can add more labels as we wish. So if I click through here, we can see that we have more colors. We can add them, we can rename them, and so on and so forth. The second step will be to click through this colorful star, click on Customize, and now we're going to have the settings for the AI column for this specific column for the priority. What we see here is a super simple and quick way to set up your own AI workflow to prioritize all of the incoming requests or tickets that are arriving at your desk. First, we're going to choose what is going to be the source that we're going to base the answers on, which is the description. So once we know that a request comes in, then AI is going to read the description of the ticket that is coming in, and then start the process of labeling, categorizing, and so on. So again, the description of the ticket or the description of the request by the submitter is going to be the actual data that AI is going to read when the ticket comes in. Again, as you can see, it's super quick. I can simply choose by one click of a button that this will be the text to analyze. The second step is the labels. As you can see here, these are the labels that we have chosen in advance, but we also have more options. So as you can see here, AI is also providing me with some more potential labels to add as needed, and of course that I can add labels myself. And the third part, which is the most important aspect, is the additional instructions. The additional instructions really makes the whole process of the setup personalized and adapted to your own flow and your own department. So you can just imagine how each department works in a completely different way. So if I'm an IT department, I can say you are an IT agent managing IT tickets. For example, the way we prioritize in our department is as follows. And I can write down all of the relevant ideas, the relevant structures, the relevant kind of key points, the relevant aspects that are related and suitable for my own department in a very specific way and very tailored way. And this way, I can build, again, a workflow of prioritizing all of my tickets with AI in a matter of minutes with all of the personalization that is relevant to my specific department. Same goes to any other department. In Monday Service, we support the ESM motion, Enterprise Service Management, to support all business teams. So with that said, we can say you are managing marketing requests that can also become marketing projects. Here you prioritize based on the following rules. And here we go. We can start and build these rules, these KPIs of how to prioritize requests that are coming in for a marketing request use case. And again, for each and every department, we can manage a different workflow. But again, in a matter of minutes, we can set up the whole process of prioritizing and assigning the labels that are relevant for our department, relevant for our use case. As we can see also, we have a preview of the AI results on the left-hand side. So once we're making any changes, before we even go into production, we can understand how these changes are going to affect the results that are coming in. So as you can see here, I have the actual tickets, I have the descriptions of the tickets, and I have the priority. And as we make changes, these are going to change and show us the preview. And this way we can kind of enhance and perfect our process as we go. And simply save and apply will kick this process, kick this workflow, and will set it up for us in the account. So again, now every incoming request that is coming in is going to be read by AI. AI is going to read all of the description of the request. It's going to take into consideration all of the customization and all of the instructions that we have provided, and it's going to label for us this completely automatically. Another way to enhance this experience quite drastically is to build automations and workflows on top of this output. So again, let's say that AI determined that this ticket is medium priority. I can now go to the automation center over here, or to build a new workflow over here, and to basically determine what happens when a specific type of a ticket receives a medium priority. For example, we can even build a new workflow just to show how simple and easy it is. We can call it priority. And we can start and basically show what we can do with this output that AI provides for us. So again, we can say when an item is created, or in other words, when a new ticket comes in to this board, what we want to do is we want to say if the status is something, and the status will be, in this case, the priority, and we can choose what happens when it's medium priority. So now I have a whole bunch of actions and options to choose from. And as we can see here, for example, I can start a round robin assignment, which is a unique service feature. So as we can see here, I can choose the relevant team. In this example, we can say the IT team, and I can assign this specific agent to this specific person as an agent based on a round robin assignment and based on availability. So again, in a matter of, again, a couple of clicks and some logics, we can build a whole workflow that will not just prioritize for me based on AI, but will also set up the relevant team and set up the relevant person based on round robin assignment and so on. And this is just a quick kind of example on how you can create workflows that are based on actual AI capabilities in the platform. So we've seen how powerful the combination of AI and automations and workflows is. We can build in minutes aspects that are taking us quite a long way. We can say even 80% of the ticket is basically saving all of the manual work of triaging, labeling, assigning the relevant personas, determining the relevant rules, all in a matter of couple of minutes of setup and super simple approach. You don't need any dev skills. You don't need to be super technical. All is simply straightforward, simple, and intuitive. In addition to that, we can do that, the same process, across other types of areas of the business. For example, the sentiment. We can determine the sentiment by AI. We can determine the category. So if I have a way to categorize in my own department, in my own organization, the categorization of the request, we can simply do that here as well with the same logic. Takes a couple of moments, and we have an up and running setup using the AI blocks. So again, just another quick recap. We've seen how we can use the AI agent on the submitter side to provide instant support. We've seen how we can use inside the ticket itself the AI assistant that is supporting us with any type of ticket that is coming in, showing us the AI summary, showing us the potential reply that we want to share. And we've seen the AI blocks that are supporting us with labeling, categorizing, and eventually also triggering for us automations and workflows in the process. Altogether, we can already see how powerful the AI capabilities are in Monday Service and how they're supporting service operations in providing instant service, in making sure that you are handling and making sure that you're spending the time on the critical aspects of the platform and not necessarily the day-to-day tickets. And now we are going also to see how we can transform the data into insights. So when you have more time to work on the actual critical aspects, you want to have as well insights that are going to support you in that process. With that said, we have the Monday Vibe capability that we are basically harnessing from the platform capability that we can use in order to create any type of insights, reporting across the board that are based on the relevant parameters and relevant data that lives on our board that I just showed. So as you can see, this is a published version of a report that has been built with Monday Vibe. Monday Vibe basically helps you with a very simple prompt to create any type of insights that you would like. So I asked Monday Vibe to provide me with IT support insights, and I've also enhanced it a bit with a few more prompts to provide, for example, hierarchies that we are going to see pretty soon. But let's see what we have in place by a single prompt with a few enhancements that took potentially 15 minutes or so until Vibe was kind of thinking, gathering, and building this app for us to report on. We can see the total number of tickets. We can see how many of them are open, how many of them are resolved, and we can also start and see real trends. So for example, the resolution rate, the response time, and the average resolution time all are related to SLAs and to different kind of perimeters or aspects that we want to measure in our process as well. In addition to that, we also have the category distribution. We want to understand where our tickets are coming from, which departments, which types of requests. So as we can see here, we have the breakdown of hardware, network, access management, uncategorized software. So for example, we can see that we have quite a bunch of uncategorized, which should enhance our labeling capabilities, for example, or add more labels. We can see that in hardware, we have a huge amount of tickets that are coming in. We can create a report or get into the weeds of what's behind it, and build basically around this insight. In addition to that, we have the priority distribution. So we built a priority mechanism based on AI, and now we have an AI report that is showing us all of the relevant kind of priority distribution across the board. In addition to that, we also had the AI sentiment analysis. So AI is analyzing the sentiment of the requests that are coming in, and now we can see the breakdown. So again, we can see that most of it is quite neutral, but we have a big chunk that is quite negative. So we can drill down and understand why, where is it coming from, what's the reason behind it, and really turn insights into actionable actions as well. In addition to that, we can see that we have for the number of agents that are up, running, and basically handling the tickets. We can see what is the workload across all of these agents, and we can see here the number of tickets. By the way, for each and every aspect that you see here, we can also create an interactive widget. So it means that if we're going to click through, it will show me all of this data, like we can do here, for example. The request type hierarchy provides me with 3-level type, category, and subcategory. If I'm going to click through on the request type here, we can see that I have all of the relevant information. I have here hardware, and I know exactly which type of hardware, what's the reason, and so on and so forth. So it's really kind of analyzing all of the insights for me and distributing in a way that I liked specifically. So I have a 3-level hierarchy connection between the relevant data points, between the request, the hardware, and the actual type of hardware that the tickets are related to. So we can see that this is, again, a simple prompt. I simply asked to create as one of the widgets a 3-level hierarchy that is going to show me the type of the request, the category, and the subcategory of the request. And here we go. We also have the tree map here that we can use, or the sunburst as well. So 2-level or 3-level as well. We can also decide on different views or different design as we wish. Going back into the deeper kind of analysis around the trends. So as we can see here, it's showing me this week's analysis, averages, changes last week, and so on. I can see different peaks and I can see different information, and also the distribution by the statuses. So I can understand here that we had a peak where we'd resolved with AI capability, and we had a different peak here for just resolved tickets without AI. So we can really analyze the trends that we have here. In addition, we have SLA compliance tracking that is based on the first response time, on the resolution time, and so on. And we can add more parameters. Parameters like the priority, so SLA and priority all together, including resolution time, including first response time, and so on. So we can add a bunch of parameters into one metric and to show exactly the target and to show the second day resolution, and so on and so forth. Violations, something that we definitely want to track. So we have 10 violations here and we can see all of them. We can identify more information, how long it took, and then basically research why. And of course, we can have also agent performance overview. So again, how many active agents we have, total tickets they are managing. We can see the actual workload, how many tickets have been resolved, what is the rate, and basically measure all of the performance of our reps. We can also edit this completely. So if I click through Edit Vibe, it will take me to Monday Vibe. And as you can see here, I can simply go in here, decide how I would like to edit this specific in IT Insights report. And basically by a prompt, I can start and do that. As you can see here, it even gives me options on how to do that, or recommendation on what's going to be my next step based on best practices. But as you can see, it's all living under one roof. By one click of a button, I can again create the relevant insights and reporting that I wish, and to manage it through it. In addition to that, we can also provide more insights around different aspects of the platform, but it doesn't have to be around the IT insights. In this example, I created a corporate partner ROI tracker. So again, Monday Vibe has done all of this for me, and I have different ways to analyze and to kind of check the rates. So now I'm managing all of my partners, and I would like to see all of the information. So I have my top performers here, for example, the global tech solutions. If I click through, I can see that it's opening up for me the relevant page for this specific partner. I can see all of the relevant information with the agreement, messages, and so on and so forth. We can see an ROI analysis as needed that is related to this specific partner. So again, the capabilities and the options here are endless. And for each and every service operation or service department, we can create the relevant views that are going to provide the insights, that are going to provide the relevant kind of reporting and data that is important for us. And we can manage the real aspects of the platform in our hands. Because again, eventually, when we have so many aspects around the platform that are saving us time, that are helping us to concentrate on the actual insights, on the actual critical aspect of the service operation, it really allows us to, again, concentrate on these main aspects, and to enjoy and enhance and improve our service operation at all times. So to give a kind of a final recap, again, we've seen the powerful AI agent that is helping us with instant support to get the relevant information that we are looking for. We can have multiple conversations. We can be referenced into the relevant part in the portal, to knowledge base capabilities, and to open a ticket to the relevant department, all the way to manage multiple conversations, and to basically, again, get instant support, all the way to the AI assistant that is supporting us with the relevant summary, with the relevant suggested actions, and how to support and resolve the ticket, with the AI blocks that are helping us to customize and to control AI in our hands in a matter of minutes, simply setting up the description, the labels, and adding the relevant description or instructions to the AI, all the way to reporting insights and really looking at the aspects that matter the critical ones, the insights, where do we get better in terms of our service operation. I hope that you found this webinar meaningful and that AI sparked kind of interest in your eyes. We're here at any point in time to support any questions and to support you with Monday service overall. And with that, I'm going to hand it over back to Omer at this point.
Thank you, Hanan, for this demo. Definitely assists in understanding how AI is incorporated into Monday service and how it can make our lives a lot easier and faster. I'll now just share my screen, and I'll say also that we at the Academy team were also using Monday service to manage customers' requests with questions regarding lessons, certifications, extensions, and whatnot. So thank you for that. And now let's move on to our live Q&A session. We're going to take 1 minute to take a sip of water and we'll start. So thank you for attending this part, and now moving to the live Q&A part of the webinar.